So far we talked about visualization and Power BI using Power BI for visualization, right? Uh, but Power BI usually is used as a end user tool, a data analyst tool, and or maybe even a business user tool that they will just look at the visualization and stuff. Sometimes, as a data engineer and a data scientist, you may also want to look at the data visualization, but for a different purpose. In that case, you probably most likely will try to look at the visualization as a tool of exploratory data analysis. You want to run the data visualization, identify the look and feel of the data. This is what we call a data science plotting. Fabric provides this data science plotting within its notebook. You can create certain plots inside the notebook, and there are two tools. One is the built-in visualization provided by the notebook. Also, you can also use your own Python code to do everything like plotting, like a Seaborn or Matplotlib. So let's take a look at this notebook. So this is the regular notebook, right? The regular notebook, you will select star from transaction. This is just the same transaction database you have been utilizing. Though I'm going to do a select star. Once I select star, you see these tables, right? Fabric provides you with the tool, so that when you click on this, it comes automatically with some types of visualization, some type of chart, right? If you want to see pi, of course, we already said that there's no real meaning if you use a pi here, but just so that you see there are such a difference, right? Of course, this does not tell the story, but this is pretty much what you have, what you can create for quick analysis, like store ID, or how many times each count shows up, right? Okay, so you can also do built-in plotting with click on new chart. I already created one. This is a default chart where it try to, as you can see here, you use there's a list of options that you can choose from: line chart, bar chart, column chart, etc. So if we choose the default is as a column chart, it's building you with the titles and the access. What if I want to use a custom ID, right? Then what if I want to actually I want to remove transaction ID? So custom ID, sales by customer, transaction, etc. If I want to plot a line chart, in this case, line chart actually doesn't make sense. It makes no sense. But I'm just showing you what you can do here. So with this plot, with the customer ID with the sum of XXL, and you can see you can define aggregation. Use the sum. You can do the average. Back to sum again. So these are the things that you can do with a chart, and you can, as we should also show, there are options that you can choose from, and there are advanced options, X label, X label, right? So this is the built-in Fabric notebook visualization that you can utilize. Once you get this table of result, you can analyze the behavior column by column by clicking on it, or you can do a new chart visualization in notebook in notebook visualization, right? The second way of doing this is you can actually excuse me, you can actually use the regular plot. Now one thing to note, I'm using Spark SQL for this notebook, so here is Spark SQL, but I'm switching this to PySpark utilizing the magic operator, or you can change it from here. You can choose that from PySpark, right? So for now, I'm importing pandas, I'm importing matplotlib, and we mentioned that the Spark data frame and the Panda data frame both are called data frames, and both are relational data frames, and they are compatible. But compatible being compatible, you still need to convert. So there's nothing, but you can see there's nothing you need to worry about in doing this translation. You run a Spark data frame by running the spark.sql, selecting custom ID and sum from this table. You get a Spark data frame. Then seamlessly, you convert this to a pandas data frame, right? So there's nothing, no data loss, no data type conversion, everything. These two are already highly compatible over the year after so many years of development. Then once we have the pandas, of course you can do much more. But what I'm doing right now is just use the simplest. By default, I'm typing one custom ID and the cells against each other, and show the plot, right? And if you are familiar with Python visualization, you should be able to do much more and manipulating all different things. For example, this apparently Excel values are overlapping with each other. You can try to see how you can doing all these differences. In fact, the visualization I had earlier earlier here, right? Earlier in this earlier here. These are all these are all created. As you can see, these are all created with Python in a notebook. So you should be no stranger to all these differences.